I'm going to give myself a little tiny circle. What can I use for a circle? That's too big. I want something smaller. Let's just give myself a guide in the center.
Oh, excuse me.
That looks kind of like the center, pretty much. I'm just going to stay, because I try to tell you, I want to stay away from the center as much as possible when we start, because we'll wind up with stuff coming back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now what I wanted to try and do was something that I haven't done before, which was to flatten out that paint. Now since I don't care, I'm going to leave the schmutz right on my spatula. We've never done anything like this before, but we're going to do it now. Oh, that's green. That's not what I intended. That's okay. Who knows what's coming? I just wish I would leave those out of the way, to tell you the truth, someday. You can tell it's not necessary to be too exacting. The thing that I worry about, if I worry about anything, is having canvas show. So this is my first time trying to yeah, I don't want canvas showing. So you're like in the purples, and I'm going to give that's a Prussian blue. That's by Grumbacher. That does not come in any kind of fluid that I've ever found. Now, the reason I'm starting with the blues and the turquoise is because I expect to use the purples on top, because that's where I want them to stay and be most prevalent. I have a light blue. The Prussian blue, you can see the cells. The Prussian blue has always celled. But you can see the other blues, not so much. It's sort of something you can count on. This is a metallic purple. All right, so let's go with some darker purple. What color do I want on the outside? I think I want some pink in there. Do I get some pink in there? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, and I have gloves, if you want some. Sounds like my husband is home. All right, there's a lot of paint there. I don't really need to do that, so I'm going to stop. I am looking for, I like that, I like that, I like it all. What do I want around the outside? I think the dark purple is good around the outside. I'm gonna have to mix some soon. I'm a little nervous. When the bottles get down to like the last couple inches, it's a problem because that's when the marble lodges in the tip and I can't use it. Now we did mix some neon folk art, and as soon as I find it, I'm going to use it. That's it right there, I think. Yes, that is. Oops, the paint. Now, one of the only problems I've ever had with these is there isn't usually any particular paint that's going to be available for dripping down over the edges. And I like to cover my edges. So if I were really smart right now, I would go ahead and use that purple as an edge cover. Even if it's not very good, it's still better than nothing. But my temptation is, because paint leads paint, is to just use whatever schmutz on my spatula and on my finger and then lift it right up. But I don't want to be in your picture. So if I lift it up, you're going to have to take a picture of me up in the air. So let's see. Let's just do that. Really? Bye-bye. Quick hit and run on the edges. I always want to be quick because acrylic dries so fast. If you don't, is that a dog or a husband?
Husband.
We are filming. Okay, so you can see the edges are more or less covered, which is going to be helpful. So now I want that purple and that purple. Pretty, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, what am I going to do first? I'm going to, oh, I hate wasting paint. To heck with it. I'm not wasting it. I'm going to wipe off my spatula so I don't have to come back and find that with schmutz on it. And I want to go from the outside in. I feel like I should put a little white or gold or something around the center, and I might do that right now. That's, see, I shouldn't have left that blank. Just gonna cover those really quick. I should have thought about that. I don't want to cut into the side. Paint will heal for sure. Fine, be that way. So I'm trying to be too quick, and I didn't fill in my gaps, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be filled anyway. And I am kind of hurrying, and I should probably not. What do I have around the outside edge there? A turquoise, and you like turquoise. Mm-hmm. We were talking about that color shift. Where'd it go? Right there. Fill in. I sometimes like to go back with a little bit of white pearl, which I probably should have used for some definition. But my intention is to go back to the outside. It's amazing it goes from so clumsy to something that looks pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I want some gold. How do I put it in? I want gold. I also want white pearl. This doesn't look like anything I've ever done before. That does not belong. So now we have to decide what we want in the center. And we don't have an excess of paint, but you see how I told you that we didn't need any paint in the center. Gold center? Turquoise center?
A different color, you know, maybe gold would work.
What else? Something else. I always like it when it actually comes out of the bottle. There we go. More and more often on my finger. Really? I need shouldn't have the radio on with recording. You're gonna have copyright people going crazy.
And now Selby's just started carrying one of my favorite brands, Piccolino. So cute and comfortable. Another new brand at Selby is Floetrol.
Let's go ahead and give that a bit of a torch.
Also comfort for workday and weekend from Clark, Birch, and Rockport. You'll love the
Make sure we don't have any canvas left. It's not like there isn't plenty of paint to fix it with if we need it.
and breathe in spring at Selby Foods, etc. Always a perfect fit. Like us on Facebook and
Now there's all kinds of stuff I always wanted to try. Going ahead. And adding some embellishments sometimes. If I see I don't have enough of that, and I like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. I say that optimistically because it's not coming out very well. It's not perfect, but it blends a little bit better. I want something else. Is it gold? Is it pink? What is it? That's not the right color. Is it? Maybe it is. Oh, I'm just gonna try and keep my distances right. And if they're not perfect, neither are flowers.
I'd say you've painted a few mandalas in your lifetime.
Most recently,
Really?
yes.
I like that.
I think it still needs something.
Got one to go.
Oh yeah. And another one to be added. Or two. So I'm wondering what I want to do there. And I really like that teal enough to want to play with it. I don't know if I like it as much as I thought I was going to like it. I was going to drag it out, but I think in is better. Except for right there. I'm not getting my spirals. There we go. It's funny, it goes through gummy, clumsy points, and eventually it behaves the way you need it to. There's not enough gold there. Or there. Or here. Whoops. Really? It just had to be that way, right? I want some of that gone. I kind of want some red, some like magenta.
Yeah, it look good.
You think I ought to stop?
And no, I think the magenta would look good.
Ah, okay. I don't know if we're done with the center. I keep thinking about the Prussian blue because it's really nice to have something very dark around the outside. It just makes things pop. Sometimes I think I'm gonna leave a dot and then I don't do that either. I pull it. I hope he turns on the air conditioning a little higher, please. That's right. Impress the girls with your skin. Yeah, see, I like that better. It's hardly going to show. I want to squish it sideways. Yes, I do. There we go. It's a better blend. Blending tool sideways. Probably could have used a whole bunch more. I never did put that white pearl on that I said I was gonna. I like that it doesn't have to be perfect. I think I just pretty much annihilated all of that. Probably should have written that right. I want that little bit of canvas to go away. What did we think about the pink? We should add some red? Why don't we just go ahead?
Yeah, I think the magenta would be good.
Why not? Gotta be a little quicker. You get a double drop. I'm really tempted by what the white would look like. Also, come out for me. Please come out faster. Thank you. I've been playing with these, they're not really puddles because they're staggered drops, but then I let the canvas tip. Yeah, that's getting better. I'm liking that more. So I'm just gonna rest that in. Try not to shake too bad. It's funny, the more levels you add, the more things begin to look a lot like petals.
Like what?
Petals on a flower.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it happens when you add a dark edge on the outside. And I'm not sure I want to do that with this. But that's pretty cool, actually. I'm okay with that. It does, wrong color. It does make me wish there was a little bit more of that on this side. And I need to think about adding it now, as opposed to tomorrow. It won't be the same if it can't meld in with the paint. Sometimes just a little bit less of something on one side and it disappears. In worst case scenario, I can always continue on over to the other side where it is available. Now that's round on the outside, so we need to go from the outside in. We're just going to fake it a little bit. I don't know. It's not perfect. And nothing's ever perfect anyway. Just I don't get stage fright. You know, that's actually pretty close. The only thing I'm wondering is what I want to do to the center, if anything.
It's about the music. 98.9 WCLZ and 98.9WCLZ.com.
That's the wrong end of that. wish that purple, little tiny smidgen of purple would stay. Be really careful with the sharp end of this because it's just too darn sharp. Go down. One more time. You guys need to start agreeing with me when I say I'm done. I'm just as bad making my own videos. If only a little bit of that shows, I'm okay with it. Oh, the temptations. Certainly don't have to be equidistant or anything. All right, I'm calling it. And then she stuck her screw right back in again. Sometimes until you're done for a little while, you don't see everything you might want to change, and you really don't have like forever to decide to change things if you're going to change them while the paint is wet. So, what do you think? Good enough?
I like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could put the white pearl in there, the metallic, but I don't think it really needs it. It's far more purple than turquoise, but it's pretty equally spaced. I think you were liking the purple. I'm not sure about that teal because it's not spread out, and it looks a lot like forest green right now. So I'm thinking either. Oh look.
Oh, I like it. I think it looks good.
I'm gonna steal a little bit of it. Put it right in there. See, I don't see everything when I do stuff. I'm so tempted. You're right. I'm gonna leave it.
It's done.
Yeah.
It is done.
It's not perfect, but it's done. She picked up her tool again.
I thought you were leaving it.
Yeah, I always think I'm leaving it. I'm never leaving it. Yeah, that's fine. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Sometimes because I have a little bit of OCD to my nature, I see something that's just drawing my eye terribly, and I have to fix it. And I don't see it until after. It's better with my glasses on, though. Let me know when you're done recording. I'm gonna put those in the bucket. They all need to be cleaned up before we start again. Do you guys